Welcome to this broadcast of Varsity Volleyball on NKTelco Sports. We're at Minster Gymnasium, and the Knoxville Rangers take on the Minster Wildcats. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate, and others will, as they're doing the non-starters for New Knoxville, when they do the starters, these will be the Emerson Climate Technologies starting lineups. Now for the Rangers, the starting lineups. Starters. Number 3, Lainey Meyer. 5, Kiana Wellman. 10, Bryn Egbert. 11, Addison Albers. 14, Brenna Van Gundy. 20, Olivia Lammers. Head coach Madison Lammers and her Laura Wingler, also the libero for New Knoxville. Madison Lammers, the head coach, assisted by Rachel Leffel. Now as they do the non-starters for the Wildcats, Cami Garman, the head coach in her 12th year at the helm with the Wildcats. And these are the Emerson Climate Technology starting lineups here for the 5 and 8 Minster Wildcats. Here's the starters. 2, Carrie Heckman. Lily Barhorst. 6, Kayla Lamb. 8, Elena Pringer. 10, Megan Corbin. 11, Adam Idskeep. The libero, number 4, Macy Pringer. So our starting lineups are set in this MAC game. Well, we got a minute, Jeff. Let's talk about our keys to the game. Brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
For the Rangers, they want to serve aggressive. Don't give the Minster offense a chance to go to work early with easy serves. They also know that it's important for them to have a good first contact on the Minster serves, and they want to be active at the net, try to slow down the Minster attackers, having some good hands. And I want to thank Keyhole Pizza for sponsoring those for New Knoxville and for Minster. It's somewhat the same thing, just worded differently. It's amazing how these things all kind of come back to be common. And Minster wants to win the serve-pass game. You know, they know they've got to get in their offense, and what better way than that first pass off the serve. Run a quick offense, get it go, force New Knoxville defenders to move laterally. Don't let them double block as well. And then also set a good block. I believe it's the outside player's job to set it, and then the middle can come up and go up together. So it's important in the outsides, if my volleyball language is correct, to set that, knowing where the hitter's at, so the middle can kind of float, get there quick, use kind of your friend as a benchmark, go up and get a good wall. Thank you to Keyhole Pizza for sponsoring our keys to the game.
Minster 5 and 8 on the season. New Knoxville 2 and 10, both 0 and 4 in the MAC, so both looking for their first MAC win. Minster at one time was 5 and 2. They lost 6 in a row. New Knoxville has lost 7 in a row, so somebody tonight, Jeff's going to get their first MAC win.
And I think both teams have confidence that they can knock each other off, if you will. And you know, winning cures a lot of uncertainty and makes a lot of people much more confident. And these girls just need to have some confidence and let your emotion, help carry you through these tough times. And unfortunately, someone's going to get that stop tonight, what they need, and that's the first MAC win of the season.
Lena Pringer, the serve, bring Egbert with the kill.
Egbert's having a nice sophomore season, much more of a hitter this year. Last year, maybe not called upon to hit as much, but really has developed into a strong attacker, can hit from all spots.
Addison Albers, freshman serving for the Wildcats. Hitting from the back row. Coming up there was Barhorst. There's Egbert again, powers through the double blockers for the kill.
I mentioned the strength, because that time Minster had 4 hands up there. Egbert was able to win that battle and earn her second kill of the set.
Albers will serve and set for the Rangers. Pringer sets Barhorst. Lily Barhorst powers it through.
Well, she's a junior. She played very well as a sophomore last year, so she again is kind of taking on the responsibility to be the underclassman leader, if you will, and she can hit the ball very well.
Only 2 seniors on this Minster team, so a lot of juniors are the strength of this team. It's Barhorst with the serve across. Egbert this time from the right side goes too far left for the Minster point.
Right idea, trying to get around the blockers, just too much on it, and ties the game up quickly here at 2 apiece.
Barhorse leads the team with 2.8 kills per set. Albers in the middle, killed by Lauren Wingler for the Rangers.
Kiana Wellman, number 5. Junior, 5'8" junior, playing the middle. Again, has had some nice games for the Rangers here as of late. Got good contact there and hit it where the Cats were not.
Allie Top rotates into the front row, number 17 on the left side. The back row, Barhorse off the tape. Rangers scramble. Ends up in a Minster point.
Well, they got a break from Barhorse. They set Barhorse out of the back row, caught tape. New Knoxville kept it alive, but really could not, after that possession, get any control over it. It results in a Minster point.
Brooklyn Oslo back to serve, a very good server. 33 aces to lead the team this season for the sophomore. Rangers not able to get it across as they struggled with the first hit. Point for the Wildcats. Oslo gets a sign and serves it hard. Top will hit it, block back on the Rangers side. Not able to get it over. Looks like it is Lamb and number 6, also number 10, Megan Fortman.
Both the juniors, yes, both junior classmates will get credit with a block assist. New Knoxville tried, but the wild attempt at the end, not able to cross the net. Top with another one. This one, she took something off of it, goes off of Fortman, so nice job by Allie Top. Sometimes it's amazing how the hard hits will be kind of put back in your face, and then an off-speed hit deflects kind of aimlessly off your fingers or off the defender's hands and goes out of bounds. It's a game of rebound, if you will, and Top wins that battle, her first kill of the night. Kiana Wellman with the ace. Nice spot on the serve. Olivia Lamers joins the front row. Allie Top and Puckett. There's a kill there by Kayla Lamb. He usually hits in the middle or right. That time off the left, off the serve in the point. Lamb did a nice job out of left front. Well-struck ball. Really no one at home for the Rangers. Nothing they could do. Lindy Hemmelgarn, one of 2 seniors on this team. Libero last year, primarily defensive specialist this year. Tip goes back and forth. Pranger, wrap around to Lamb. Nice dig in the back row by Egbert. Hit across. Never made it. Yeah, never. I think it was an attack here. Milena Puckett tried to two-hand push it across. I think it caught tape and fell back on the Rangers side. 7-4 Minster on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, think first. Puckett hits it from the right side. In the back row, Barhorse, that hits the tape and takes a hard right out of bounds. Barhorse got the benefit of the tape in her first back row attack earlier in the set. This time evens out, if you will, as that one hits tape and goes wide right, as you mentioned. Brenna Van Gundy, junior, into serve. Dug by Hemmelgarn. The set Lamb. Angle goes too far. Point for the Rangers. Well struck by Lamb and chose the farthest, kind of the diagonal, but still too much on it. And Rangers back-to-back points, draw back to within 1. Gundy's serve is over. Wildcats struggle, but able to get it across. Chance off for the free ball. Top is blocked by Lamb. Back on the Minster side. Pranger goes over in 2. The Ranger in the net. Point Cats. Pranger did a nice job. Set was kind of close. She'll get credit for the kill. Wait a minute, I read that wrong. Okay, then they called it maybe for an illegal attack, then maybe a carry. I'm not for sure. It looked awkward. That time it's Carrie Heckman, recently brought up from JV from the right side with a kill. So now a side out as Heckman has played primarily JV until the last couple matches. Sophomore serves it across and an ace. We're back-to-back points for the sophomore. The ace, or the kill you mentioned out of the front right. Now back to serve, gets an ace, and now Minster back up to a 2-point lead, 9-7.
Albers. Overpass is put away, I believe, by Barhorse. Lamb was right beside her.
I thought it was Barhorse as well, number 5. They got the attack there. They both were up to block, and the overpass more in the direction of Lily Barhorse. She took care of business. Nice kill for her second of the set, and as Dave mentioned earlier, averaging 2.8 kills per set.
Lammers with the hit. Olivia Lammers finds a spot deep in the back row.
Tough angle. She was in the middle, kind of going to her left and hit it back to her right. So was able to kind of misdirection it and more importantly get enough on it. The Cats defense in the back row could not get to it.
Senior Allie Top back to serve for the Rangers. One of 3 seniors on this New Knoxville squad. Way back. Barhorse able to hit it across. Close to the net. She blocks it. Barhorse is down with the block. Another point for the Wildcats.
The overpass gave her a great opportunity, and again, that strong contact, the more the power, the tougher the job it is to control the first touch. Too much on it, gave Barhorse a great opportunity. Cats go up 3.
Lamb serves. Nobody takes the second hit. And we'll have a timeout on the floor by Coach Lammers. This timeout brought to you by Precision Strip. We'll be right back on NKTelco Sports.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Coming out is Precision Strip timeout. It's really a back and forth game as Minster's found a little opening now with a 4-point lead.
Minster started off behind and went on a run and built a lead. New Knoxville was able to tie it up. I think it's 7-7. And from that point, then Minster has kind of grown the lead in increments, about 2 at a time. And that has warranted a timeout by first-year head coach Madison Lammers with a deficit now of 4 to kind of regroup the troops.
Barhorse off the blockers for another kill.
Lily Barhorse got time caught at the top of the hands and earns already her 4th kill of set 1.
13 in his 8. Kayla Lamb serving. She's a middle hitter. Also in the front row now, Addie Inskeep, number 11. That served too short. Lamb exits stage left. The libero, Macy Pringer, in for the Wildcats. The libero for the Rangers, Lauren Wingler, served just a little long.
It didn't carry out by much. I thought when it left it was going to be much deeper, and I think you caught it there very well, Dave. Just probably 3 or 4 inches out of bounds. Good call, but yet back-to-back service aces for each team. 5-point lead for the Cats.
Letting Pringer to serve. It's now the only setter in this. They switched to a 5-1 attack. Egbert does a nice job of finding a spot in the corner.
Yeah, she was floating to her right and just kind of top spinned it. Not really a strong hit, but got one of those top spin actions to the deep left corner and no one home. Good job for Egbert, the sophomore. 3 kills in the set.
The setter, Addison Albers, with the serve. Nice save by Barhorse. Battle at the net, now on the Knoxville side. Egbert with a strong hit, dug by Pringer. Back on the Rangers side. And that is blocked in the middle there. Fortman and Inskeep.
For Fortman, that's her 2nd block assist of the set. For Inskeep, her 1st one.
The 15-10 lead for the Wildcats.
2 points here in game 1 for the Wildcats blocking or getting termination blocks, which mean they got points.
Struggle on the serve by Barhorse. So point for the Wildcats, St. Alley, 16-10 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Another timeout on the floor. Give us an opportunity to mention our sponsors. Weren't able to get a full read on our intro. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco. Some additional sponsors: Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Seisch-Rudman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securicom, and St. Henry Bank. Our keys to the game sponsor tonight: Keyhole Pizza. Starting lines are brought to you by Emerson Climate Technologies. Player of the game will be sponsored by NKTelco. Our Minster Live View sponsors Borchers Floor Center. Coming out of this Precision Strip timeout on our First National Bank scoreboard, Minster leads by 6.
Well, the Rangers couldn't get a stop the last time out, and the lead actually bigger now at 16-10. So Coach Lammers takes her second timeout and will try to get a break in the Minster offense.
Over, they set Egbert, able to power it down the blockers. Give a kill to bring Egbert.
Again, Egbert just powers it through the blockers, and Minster tried to make the recovery but got caught at maybe with a double contact there on the blocker. I believe it was either Fortman or Inskeep. Both of them were up there.
Egbert's serve goes in the net. Egbert, the only returning player with any experience last year off the state championship team that won 29-2.
Yeah, so they played 7. She was the lone extra person, if you will.
Other than the 6 seniors, yep. There's a hard serve and an ace by Brooklyn Osterloh.
Minster's serving game has been very on track this set. Just one service error, but they've already earned now 3 aces here in the set, and a couple other serves have not been aces, but made New Knoxville run after it, if you will, not get a good quality attack offensively.
Nice dig by Top. Right side.
Kiana Wellman, almost from our angle, Dave, I thought she was going to run out of room with the antenna.
Yeah,
she did a nice job keeping it, in this case, to the left side of the antenna, but dropping it right in the middle of the floor for her second kill of the set.
Kiana back to serve. Dug by Pranger. Elena Pranger. Barhorse.
Wow.
Dig from back row. Abel with a nice dig, but put away there by Kayla Lamb.
Give an asterisk to that one to Barhorse, but a good dig by Egbert, but the overpass made a nice play then by the junior Kayla Lamb. Her second kill of the set. That's right at her season average at 2 per set.
Lindy Hemmelgarn serve. Dug by Allie Top. Looks like we had an attack over the net by Minster. And that I think you reach over the net, or in a way you're kind of taking away a hit. So
go back to that last play, Dave, where Barhorse hit the one out of the back row. New Knoxville saved it. The overpass came back to Minster. And who?
Kayla Lamb finished it off.
Okay, just like here then.
Yep.
I thought I misspoke, and
Lamb, a very efficient hitter. She leads the team with a 305 average.
That's nice. That's a very good batting average, if you will. And not to bore you with stats, but that attacking number comes from your attacks minus your errors divided by your attempts. And that one's in. Oh, that one just missed. But the errors draw that number down pretty quick. And it's similar like the batting average, but 300 in high school is pretty good.
Yeah, because if you just spike, but don't get a kill, that's a 0. So,
yeah, the important thing is to keep it in play. When you start hitting them out of bounds in the net, that'll bring the average down pretty quick. And plus, you're, in theory, you're helping the other team.
Wraparound by Lamb was blocked. They'll do Barhorse. Nice dig there by Top. They'll set Lammers. Pranger to Pranger. Barhorse jumped a little too soon, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, the timing was off there, and Barhorse, still very athletic, could still maneuver and muster up a good quality shot, but got too much under the ball. If it drops in, everyone's smiling and shaking hands, but this time for Barhorse, it carries out of bounds.
Wildcats struggle with the alley top serve. The ball horse able to hit it. And
that's for number 5.
Yeah.
And, you mentioned the one attack, she misjumped and hit it out of bounds. This one, she basically free balls it over, and it's misplayed by the Rangers. And by definition, that goes down as a kill.
Yep.
And she'll take it. Sometimes you hit some shots that are just smoked, and the defense plays them up, and they shouldn't have. And sometimes you hit one over that should have been played, and it isn't, and you get credit. So it kind of all balances out. But yet in the end, the good hitters seemingly find ways to, get the numbers because of their efficiency and their ability to strike the ball.
Knoxville not able to handle the Kayla Lamb serve. Minster now with a 7-point lead here in the first set. JV game was won by Versailles. They played the JVs. Game against Minster, and Barhorse puts it away.
That time, compared to her last 3 attacks, that's been her most textbook. A nice rhythm, good approach, well-timed, and the force downward is just unstoppable. That's her 6th kill of game 1.
Big there by Wingler. Lammers on the right side. Lena Pringer will set Inskeep, and it'll fall. Addie Inskeep, sophomore with kill.
Put it where the Rangers were not, and they forced them to chase it down. Made a touch, did the Rangers, but could not control it. Her first kill of the set 1.
Set point coming up here for the Wildcats. Game serving 15, if you will. Albers all the way over to Egbert. Led by Lamb, close to the net. Falls on the Minster side.
Egbert now also with a halfway to 10 as her 5th kill.
Lauren Wingler trying to keep this set alive. Hemmelgarn, Pringer, Barhorst, high amongst the rafters, rattling around. Helped out in Knoxville, but not able to get the third one in. Minster wins the first one, 25-16 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Take a break. We'll be back for set 2 here on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen. And check us out on Facebook.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
First game goes in favor of the Wildcats as they win game 1. With the first set numbers, Mr. Jeff Etchen.
Cats got off to a good start, and they just kind of held on. New Knoxville tied up around 7-7, but then from then on it was all Minster. In the set, Minster earned 11 kills against New Knoxville's 9. Minster had 4 serving aces. New Knoxville had 1. Minster also came up with 2 termination blocks. New Knoxville 0. And in the error category, New Knoxville committed 9 errors. Minster had 6. The end result is a 25-16 win for the Cats. Leading the way attacking was Lily Barhorse with 6. Kayla Lamb with 3 to lead the Cats. And for the Rangers, Glenn Egbert had 5 of the Ranger 9 kills to lead the Scarlet and Gray.
Addison Elbers starts us off with the serve, but Lily Barhorse picks up where she left off with another kill.
Now, she's hit the ball pretty well tonight. Her season hitting percentage is just under 200, but she attacks a lot of the stuff out of the back row. They set her, some stuff that's not always perfectly set might get bumped to her. That's another attack, but she's played pretty well, pretty clean tonight. I can think of maybe 1 error that she's had, and that'll be a pretty good hitting percentage at the end of the night if she keeps that up.
Pranger with a nice back set. Megan Fortman puts it away.
Fortman kind of a quiet night attacking, but did so very well to block defensively, Dave. 2 termination blocks for Fortman in game 1. No kills, but came up with their first one here of game 2. But the blocks are something any coach would love to have if you can get 2 per set.
Lena Prenger, they've kind of switched her role a few games ago in this 6-game losing streak. Coach Garmin has switched the lineup. They've gone from a 6-2 to a 5-1, so that means Elena Prenger sets all the way around. This time, she has the ace.
Her 25th on the season, and a very good 90% serving percentage. So, yeah, she's the quarterback, the point guard, whatever you want to call it. She runs the Minster offense.
Also, New Knoxville running the 5-1 with freshman Addison Albers. He's setting here. Hit there by Puckett, Elena Puckett. Bum set to Inskeep. Overpass, Inskeep finds a spot.
Good peripheral vision for Inskeep. And the overpass came to her, and she just simply knew right where the hole was at, and New Knoxville could not get there, and she hit it solid enough. There was really no chance for the Ranger defense to get to that corner for a kill for the Cats. 4-0.
Just a sophomore, had a great freshman softball season. First team All-MAC is a miss hit there by the Rangers. Wildcats off to a good start, 5-0 on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, longtime scoreboard sponsor. Think first. Hit there by Wellman. Barhorse will swing again. Dug by Top. Wingler bumps it across. Prenger, I think
net violation.
Net violation. Brent Egbert was pretty close. I didn't know if they were calling it on her there.
I think Prenger, she tried to set the ball just too much going to the wrong direction. She touched the tape or touched the net.
Fortman with the hit. Allie Top will punch it.
Tough angle. Nice play by Barhorse.
Battled the net. Won by Addie Inskeep of Minster.
Kind of a weird possession. I thought maybe Allison Top's awkward attack right parallel with the net would drop. Barhorse kept it alive, and Inskeep with the battle. He meant to joust at the net, wins the battle. Her second kill of game 2 for Addie Inskeep, averaging just over a kill per set.
Barhorse with the serve. Top not able to get it over the tape.
That was a tough play. Top made the serve receive, kind of an awkward position, and Addison Albers went right back to her, so Top not a lot of room to recover, maybe threw her timing off a bit, and as you mentioned, never crossed the net. Good save.
Top again. Nice set there by Albers. It results in a Rangers point.
Kill for Allie Top. To give credit to Addison Albers, the freshman setter. Went up with one hand, cleanly brought the ball back or kept it on the Rangers side. So there's a point, Dave, where she's in the back row. She went above the net, made contact, but because the ball never crossed, it's not an attacking violation. So
wrap around Inskeep. She tried too big of an angle, and it rode the top of the tape.
It's when the setter, in this case, comes out of the back row, and if she accidentally goes up and the ball would go over on that attack or that attempt, then it's a back row error, hitting error above the net, coming out of the back row.
That one goes wide. I'm glad these referees keep track of all of it. There's a lot to watch, but I guess it's like anything. Once you do it, it's just kind of a reflex.
Yeah, and one thing I didn't realize a couple of years ago, I didn't know what the call was. If you're the libero and you come across the 10-foot line, you can't set the ball. If you do it like above your head, a set, the attacker can't strike the ball above the net. You have to bump set.
Really?
Yeah, so if we see something here, I'll try to explain it better. But if you're the libero, you can't set. You can, but you can't attack it then, as Fortman gets number 2 of the match, both here in game 2.
I guess that's why you almost always see the liberos always bump everything.
Yep.
You see a lot of them do bump sets as a backup setter, so to speak.
Yep, if the setter takes the first one, the libero will step in and bump set. That way the attacker can go at it.
Too hard on the spike by Egbert. Coach Lammers will call a timeout. This one, as always, this year brought to you by Precision Strip Timeout. As we'll want to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity volleyball action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Replay times are October 10th at 7 p.m. and October 15th at 12 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and NKTelco.com/sports. Jeff, well, we got a little bit of time out of this precision strip timeout. Allowed it to review the MAC standings. Big win over Marion Local. Marion had over New Bremen on Tuesday night. That put them at 4-0. They're all alone, almost halfway through the league schedule. And then you have 4 very good teams at 3-1, followed by another good team in St. Henry, 2-2.
Yeah, and St. Henry and New Bremen played tonight. And then New Bremen also turns around and plays Fort Loramie on Saturday. So a tough week for Coach Kramer's squad. They took their first loss of the season, coming in ranked number 1 in the state. They lose to number 2 in the state, but they suffered their first loss and have a battle tonight with St. Henry. Now have to turn around with a non-league foe but a familiar one in Fort Loramie on Saturday.
Portman will push it. Also at 3-1, we have Versailles, Coldwater, and Parkway. Those 3 are Division 3, as well as St. Henry.
Yeah, St. Henry went up to Division 3 this year. Finished Division 4 runner-up last year to New Knoxville.
Lamb with the hit, pushed across there by Heckman.
Nice volley.
Probably the longest volley they had. Deep hit. Nice smart hit by Olivia Lammers.
Well, she pushed it deep, and Minster was sucked up a little bit, and it forced a tough play and just ran out of real estate for the defender. And nonetheless, for Lammers, she gets credit with her second kill of the night.
Yeah, recapping there, Marion Local and New Bremen, they will be in the same district in Division 4. They're in Walpock District this year. It's a new location. And then you'll have Coldwater, Parkway, and St. Henry. They're all at 3-1. They'll be in the same district as there is an ace there by Laney Meyer. They're in the Kalida District in Division 3, and Versailles will be in the Southwest District. So all those, Versailles, Coldwater, Parkway, St. Henry, all ranked in the top 10 in Division 3. And there's a nice block by Allie Top.
Top and also Albers went up, but Top made the contact. Both will get credit for the assist to New Knoxville after an ace, and now a termination block. A little momentum there trying to build for the Rangers. They still trail by 4, but good job by them getting a run here. And you mentioned those standings. I mean, here we are talking about tournament time, and it's getting there. We're probably about halfway through, so it's going to sneak up on us. Is taking advantage of that attack. And Megan Forkman, her third of the set.
Yeah, this is the 5th league game for everybody tonight. You play 9 out of 10, so you're past halfway. There's only 4 more.
You play 22 matches.
22 matches, so
these teams are at, Minster's already at match 14, New Knoxville's at match 12, so about halfway on your schedule.
Yeah, probably in a couple of Sundays they will be doing a draw. I don't know the exact date, but it could come up quick, and there's a point for the Rangers. Rangers are down early in this one, getting a little momentum. See if they can ride that.
Easily folded up. They got it down by 7 or 8. Now they're down by 4. You mentioned how the season seems to go so fast. It's like it's warm, and all of a sudden the temperature drops to about 30 degrees now. And it feels like football. Yeah, like today. And now we're already talking the end of the season.
And with 22 games, a lot of these teams play 2 or 3 in a match. There's a nice block by Bring Egbert.
And also, again, Albers get the assist. It was Egbert with the contact, but Knoxville making a nice little run here. We'll see how long Coach Garman will let the run go in case maybe take a timeout to stop the momentum.
Allie Top with the serve. Barhorse will try to strike it from the back row, and the Rangers within 2.
If nothing else as a coach, these are good signs. You get down in volleyball, it's a game of momentum. Knoxville, got down to a bad start, but here they are, just kept making small things happen, and they played clean. I don't think that one made it either. I think it was another attack error.
Coach Garman still keeping the timeout in her pocket, trying to instruct as the lead dwindles to 1. Dig by Barhorse. Pranger will set Lamb off the blockers. Much needed kill there for the Wildcats.
Lamb gets her 4th of the match, her first one here of game 2. As you mentioned, Dave, much needed. That breaks a string of offense there by the Rangers, and will give Minster the point and the serve with Heckman.
They set Olivia Lammers on the right side, dug by Hemmelgarn. They'll set Barhorse off the blockers. Back on the Ranger side. Bump set to Lammers, flat-footed off the blockers, and it falls.
Lammers, you mentioned flat-footed. I think sometimes that approach is just different than the normal hop, skip, and jump, and the defense kind of gets off rhythm, and she kind of like a change up and off the palm of her heel of her hand almost. So just a different delivery from Lammers, and it scores the point. And again, now a service ace by the Rangers.
Lauren Wingler, libero, ties it at 12 on our First National Bank scoreboard.
Rangers earned their second ace of the set. Wingler and Meyer each with an ace here to tie it.
Pranger goes back set. Lamb blocked, or never made it over. And the Rangers with their first lead, I think, of the night.
Yes, because remember, Minster got off to a very good start in game one, and New Knoxville tied it at 7 apiece, but never got on top. So, yes, first lead for the Rangers.
See if they can build on this momentum. They said Barlow should dink it, and it falls.
Now, she went up like she was going to throw the heater and just softly delivered the blow. And New Knoxville, I think, recognized it, but it was almost like slow motion, like trying to run in quicksand, and just could not get there. And Barhorse gets her second kill of the set.
Can't blame the New Knoxville defensive players for taking a step back when she's ready to swing.
Yeah, it looked like she was going up for the fastball to deliver it, and it just was a big changeup.
Barhorse off the blockers for the kill. Lead back to Minster.
Short-lived lead for the Lady Rangers.
Say that 5 times
I can't say it once. But Lily Barhorse, her third kill here of game 2. That gives her 9 on the night.
Off the top of the tape. Egbert over in 2. Bump set over to Barhorse.
Nice pick up by Meyer.
Nice hit there by Wellman off the blockers. We're tied at 14.
Wellman now with 3 kills in the match. She had 2 in game 1, 1 here in game number 2. She averages just over a kill per set for the 5'8 junior.
Addison Albers will go to the back row. Serve and set out of that position. And right now the down official is at the scorer's table. I'm not sure exactly what they're checking lineup or what they are doing, but
well, it's tied now at 14-14.
Everything must be cleared up. Albert's trying to give the Rangers a lead here in set 2. Played by Barhorst. The set, Inskeep with the point.
Seemed like a shorter set there than what I expected. I think Loud Inskeep, I think she knew it was coming short, and it was boom. It was a quick approach, quick swing, and did not give New Knoxville a chance.
That was one of the keys that Coach Garman had, was to run a quick offense. Quick offenses, those quick sets. The higher the set, more time the defense has to get over to block.
I believe that was Egbert on the wraparound, correct?
Yes, and it was blocked out of bounds.
Egbert had 5 kills in game number 1. That's her first of game 2. She will go back to serve. Game tied 15-all.
Macy Pranger, the libero, digs it to Elena Pranger. No relation. That will sail on.
Minster has now committed 6 attack errors here in game number 2. That's helped New Knoxville. Most of those came during that run. New Knoxville came back from about 7 or 8 down to get within a couple before ultimately tying it and taking a short lead.
Nice block there, top. Also Wellman, as they tried to bring Barhorst up the middle.
Wellman, one of the leaders on the team in blocking, is just under a block per set. And again, her teammate Top there to help stifle it, but the service error by Egbert will give the ball and a point to the Cats. Second service error of the game for the Rangers.
Barhorst moves into the back row. Heckman into the front row now. Rangers lead by 1 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Put there by Wellman.
Good net play by Kiana Wellman. I was just impressed with the attacking she did. Even though it got played, she went up and swung hard, and then it was played, but came up with an aggressive tap there on the overplay. Gets a kill, her 4th of the night.
Gives a 2-point lead to the Rangers. Back set, Fortman blocked, but out of bounds. Top had 2 hands on her block there, but
just a lot of force by the Fortman attack, and it ricochets, as you mentioned, off of the top. So Fortman having a nice game 2. That gives her 4 in the match kills. 3 of those coming here in game number 2.
Brooklyn Oslo, tough serve, overpass put away by Lamb.
Good heads-up play there. Give credit to Osterloh. She put some good action on the volleyball. New Knoxville's overpass. Let Lamb get her second kill of game 2, her 5th of the match.
That one drops inside the corner. Ace, a true ace, if you will.
Yeah, untouched, but right on the back line, and what was a 2-point Ranger lead in about, 30 to 40 seconds has gone away, and it's a 1-point Minster Wildcat lead.
Those serves have a lot of movement on there. There's an overpass put away by Heckman, but that was a credit to Osterloh's serve as Coach Lammers is going to take a precision strip timeout. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
20-18, Minster trying to Brooklyn Osterloh serve. There's another tough serve. Top able to dig it, but that's about it as good serving continues by Osterloh.
Back-to-back aces for her as, again, the run for the Wildcats. They were down 18-16, so this is, I think, 5 in a row. It's 5 in a row if they were, in fact, that was a score. But Rangers had a 2-point lead. Now they trail by 3.
Nice hit there right beside Elena Puckett. Heckman, nice save by Albers. Bump set by Wingler, hit by Lammers. Back set. Portman blocked by Lammers. Now back and forth. In the middle is Lamb. Albers, nobody's able to get number 2. Kayla Lamb with a kill.
Her third of the set, 6 on the night. Extended volley, but the point goes to the Cats on the Lamb kill. Again, her 6th of the night. She comes in averaging 2 per set.
6 straight points for Minster. It's giving them a 4-point lead.
Make it 4. They'll call Puckett. Her attack momentum led her into and under the net or into the net.
Knoxville's up 18-16. Minster got a side out. Brooklyn Osterloh has really done a nice job of serving.
Yeah, been aggressive with it. They've not been easy ones to handle. New Knoxville struggled with that aggressive serve by Osterloh.
Minster able to scramble off the Lammers hit. We'll have somebody lost a shoe. Osterloh lost a shoe. I never realized you stopped playing.
I didn't either. I understand you stop it if someone hits their head, and that wasn't.
I've never seen that.
I haven't either. Not that New Knoxville was really getting ready to do an attack or anything, but
evidently that was what you do. So hit by Top. They'll set Fortman for the kill.
Fortman, 0 kills in game number 1, but did have 2 blocks. Now has come up with 5 kills in game number 2 for the sophomore attacker. Set point.
There's another ace off the top of the tape. Brooklyn Osterloh rallies the Wildcats as they come from behind to win the second set 25-18 with their 25-16 win. They now lead the match 2-0. We'll step aside and be back with the third set here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Welcome back to third set. Minster with a come from behind 25-18 win there in the second set.
Yeah, well said. You know, Minster got off to a big lead. Remember that. It wasn't like New Knoxville led the whole set. New Knoxville battled back from being 6-7-8 down early, took a 2-point lead, I think 18-16, and that's when Osterlo and Minster got the ball back at 17-18 and then served it out. A few aces in there from Osterlo. I believe Fortman it was, had a couple kills in there to help aid that Minster comeback, and just a strong momentum to finish game 2 and earn a 2-0 lead here in the match. Minster had 15 kills in game 2. New Knoxville just 6. Minster 4 aces compared to 2 for the Rangers. And here's a stat, New Knoxville actually had 3 termination blocks, so Minster had none, so New Knoxville won that battle, but just not enough striking for the Rangers. Give credit to the Minster Wildcats, aggressive serving. New Knoxville had trouble getting the ball in the system.
Nice hit by Kiana Wellman.
She's done well. It's neat to see her hit with some velocity. There have been some well-struck balls. She's not a physically strong, young lady, but it's nice to see her get up and swing and make good, solid contact and get the benefits of that. And that's her 7th kill tonight, 2 in each game, plus 1. Take it back, 2 for 5th kill.
There's a serve by Addison Albers for the point.
Albers, 19 aces on the season, and I think she's above 90%. I was getting ready to look that up, but very good server. Again, just a freshman, 91%, so does a nice job, and again, is a quarterback on the volleyball team.
Hit by Barhorse, blocked right on the line. I think it was Wellman, and Egbert was there as well.
Okay, so the Rangers actually getting some good hands at the net, one of the keys Coach Lammers would like to see from her team, and they've come up with some rare termination blocks. It's hard to do. And Knoxville's done it. They get a service ace here by Albers.
4-0 lead, the biggest lead of the night for the Rangers. They led a couple times at 2 in the last set. Minster struggling on that one as well. Pranger able to get over. Good angle.
Of all the room to go, she chose the one with the least area, but boy, she dropped it in there. New Knoxville plays it.
Inskeep's long, and it's 5-0 Rangers.
Boy, that play by Pranger to bring it back from this sideline. I mean, she dropped it in about the only foot of real estate, that corner. A Puckett was there to play it, and New Knoxville ultimately gets the point on the attack error.
Inskeep blocked back at her. They'll set Fortman. Never made it across. 6-0. Coach Garman's seen enough. She will call a timeout. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Coach Garman calling a precision strip time, a very quick one, had a short delivery message as she finds her team down 6-0.
Yeah, not much was said, I think, other than the facts. No sugarcoating it, and it's like, hey, girls, you got to get a break here. We're spotting New Knoxville a 6-point lead here already. Not that New Knoxville hasn't earned some of those points, but Minster hasn't been very clean in their play here early game 3.
Back on the Minster side, back set. Foreman with the swing.
Yeah, I think it was a touch. Yep. Well, good timeout. Minster looked clean there. I mean, it wasn't balls flying around. They got good solid hits. Everything was like it's supposed to be, and they were rewarded with the kill from Foreman.
They had a good serve receive. That's been a trouble point for them this year.
I think it's a trouble for every school that struggles to get a lot of wins. Is if you can't do that serve receive, the rest of it gets a lot harder. Your attacking angles are different. Most people aren't real good about hitting balls like that one where it's coming over your shoulder and you have to play it that way. It's just it's nice when you can just get it in the system.
Everything flows from that first hit.
Drop ball.
That one dropped. Barhorst with the ace. Junior Lily Barhorst.
You think of pitchers when they deliver a ball, a lot of it's how they hold it and you grip it, and I'm like that. I don't know if Coach Wiss was helping her with the delivery there, pitching coach. Of course, they have softball here.
He coaches a lot of sports, but I don't think he coaches volleyball. But I could be wrong. Yeah, same analogy, though. Egbert with a nice hit.
Yeah, a little bit out of system, but you know what? Good hitters can take stuff that's out of system and make it look pretty good.
Yep.
And it all ends up as a point, as Egbert did a nice job. Again, a little bit different angle coming at her, but they don't always come from straight on like you do at practice or during warm-ups. That's when teams look really good, but top
tried to go down the line, hit the net. Yeah, that's a good point. It's like there's some hitters that it's got to be perfect. That's the only way they can hit it. There's the other ones that, like Egbert before, if the set's not perfect, you can still get it.
Adjust to it and make a good hit.
And you don't want to, the big thing is you don't want to hit it in the net or hit it long. You just gave the other team a point. You make them earn it.
Yep.
You're almost better just keep it on the court.
But you don't want to be too easy because then you give them an easy pass. It's going to be an easy ball. They can go to work. That was a tough angle. You mentioned about teams when they warm up. There's, over the years I've watched a lot of volleyball, and sometimes I scratch my head. I'm like, how, these teams are warming up. There's no blocking. The ball's just thrown right up in the air. They tag us and go at it. And like you said, if it's put on a tee, there's some girls that can smoke it. But to get it in that sweet spot during a game under live action is a lot more difficult.
Yep. I've been seeing, as that one goes wide, I've been seeing there's one team.
That was top, right?
Yes. There was they almost do it like a simulated. I think I've seen more teams do like a simulated game.
Before
they split up the teams and they hit it and they're trying to do bump set. I think that's better than making the easy. It's all of a sudden you got that hard serve coming at you.
Don't get me wrong. There's warm-ups. There's some pretty intense attacks that can be very jaw-dropping. Like, wow, they can smoke it. There's an attack that goes long, but during a game, it's tough to get that ball put right up in that sweet spot. So. Yeah, it's people that can pass the first touch. Pretty much, if they can do it pretty well, they're going to have some W's next to their record or in their record.
Hit by Lamb as it goes down the blocker.
Number 6 now with 7 kills. She had 3 in each game 2 or game 1 and 2. Now her 7th here in game number 3, and Wildcats, I think David trailed at least 6-0 right before the timeout, so they've cut the lead in half.
Got a little closer. Knoxville pushed it ahead a little bit. Nice hit by Lammers, just inside the line, kind of backhand hit.
Yeah, again, it was an awkward angle, a misdirection hit, but she's strong enough to get some decent speed on it that once you realize, hey, it's not going where I thought it was, it's kind of a directional hit, it's too late. You can't get there unless it's hit right at you. She's had a couple of those tonight.
Lady Myers serve. Bringer has to go a long way to chase it down. Hamelgarn able to hit it across, and she'll register a kill there.
That's her first one of the night. The senior back row player will take credit for that. High fives all around for the Minster Wildcats. They still trail by 3, so some work to do yet to close out this set or to close out the match.
There go Lammers on the right side. Hamelgarn, Pringer, wraparound Lamb for the kill.
I always like the wraparound, and there's some girls that can really do it well. I think it's tough to defend because to me it's like a layup in basketball, and you can either cut it across your body back towards the left sideline or go down the line. I think it gives you a lot of options, but it's also the ball's got to be in the sweet spot. You got to time your jump, and
ace by Heckman. I also think everybody sees the person slamming it and they get the kill. That's a back set by the setter. They make it look very easy.
They do. Yeah, you got it. They're imagining in their head where the sweet spot has got to be, and they just have to throw it there. Termination block for the Cats. 5 and 6.
10-10.
Barhorse and Lamb. Yeah, that setter, we don't maybe give them enough recognition. In this case, Albers and Pringer both doing a nice job. We've had like one mistake, if you will, called against them, and even that, to bump set it backwards to give your team a chance to attack it. It doesn't just happen. Good swing by Barros, Dave, and really now with 11 in the game.
And both these setters are setting all the way around. They are handling the ball almost every time.
Yeah.
And when they have a miss hit, you got to remember, all right, that's 1 out of 70 they've had.
Excellent point. And we don't keep track of a lot of the ball handling stuff, but basically all these kills, 99% of them one of those two girls' hands getting the assist as Barhorse coming alive here in Game 3.
Wildcats were down 6-0. Took a timeout. They've now outscored New Knoxville 12-4. Kerry Heckman serving a while here.
Nice
hit.
And then you get a freshman that says, you know what? I'm not going to do it a lot, but I'm going to front row player, and I hit that left-handed.
She did that really. She disguised it until the very last time, and that was a great play there by the freshman, Addison Albers. She's done a nice job tonight.
Yeah, you wouldn't think she's a freshman. I mean, that's maybe a weird thing to say as Barhorse commits the attack here, but she's strong, athletic, and just seems like she's been doing this at this level for a long time. So, Knoxville's a young team. You mentioned graduating 6 seniors last year. Granted, these girls played JV, but that's always, different speed, different game. So it's a big ask, and there's a nice swing by Barhorse. But for Albers, she went from playing junior high volleyball to now playing.
Exactly. It's a lot of difference in speed.
And there are girls that do it, and it's just the way it works.
Yep. So 13-12 as Minster retakes the lead. Inskeep rotates in the front row as Kayla Lamb serves the Wildcats. Minster trying to close it out in 3 as a double hit called.
Well, we mentioned her, Dave, and then unfortunately on a ball that I wouldn't expect it to happen on, that was one of her easier attempts. Albers gets called for the handling violation.
The thing you got to remember, there's different, it's like the ball's in there, which way I want to set it this time. There's a lot of thinking going on in different plays, what you want to do in the situations by the setters. There's a nice hit by Egbert. She's been solid here all night. This time, no go. There's another back-to-back.
We shouldn't have asked so much. We mentioned the communication. I had the chance and never really got a great answer asking a couple of former New Knoxville players, what are you guys always talking about? What is all the screaming? How does a setter know what to do? And they just said, well, it just works. So
it's kind of
they're all yelling numbers and holding their shirt out, giving signals. I'm like, I'm a setter. I'm like, who's all yelling 4s and 1s and 2s?
It's nonverbal communications a lot of times. Tonight's game brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco. Our keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Our starting lineups are sponsored by Emerson Climate Technologies. Jeff and I will choose a player of the game sponsored by NKTelco. Our live view sponsor here at Minster's Borchers Floor Center. Off to Precision Strip timeout on our First National Bank scoreboard. Minster up by 3.
Well, again, it was a 6-0 run by the Rangers to start the set. Minster's done a nice job rebounding and playing really some clean volleyball here. Once they got off that bad stretch, as Rangers get a much-needed point, Dave, off that timeout. Killed by Lammers.
She hasn't had a lot of opportunities. She's got some opportunities. She's made some nice kills when they needed it.
And I think it's just the way it happens. It's just not it's been more hitting spots. And she now has 5 kills in the match. 1 in game 1, 2 in game 2, and 2 here in game 3.
Minster struggles, are able to make it over. Albers go over to Egbert, who slams it down.
Very strong. You could hear the sound and obviously the speed of the ball. Well timed. Good attack by Bryn Egbert. She now has 8 kills in the match. She leads the Rangers at just over 2 kills per set.
be a Ranger in the net on it's like the follow through the spike.
Yep. So, was that the libero for Minster Pringer that dug that up?
Yes, it was.
I'll give her the kill because I think by definition, if the attack draws the defender into the net, anyhow, we'll give it to Pringer. She made a nice play on that slow ball that Wingler sent to her.
Egbert blocked by Ball Horse, trying to keep it alive, and they do.
Nice play by New Knoxville, keeping, like I said, digging and keeping it in play.
Another nice block by Albers, and a fall. Wow. Great termination block, Addison Albers. Again, just to keep that alive.
Yeah, Rangers, nice job and some hard-driven attacks. New Knoxville getting, again, they've done very well after game 1 with no termination blocks. Had 3 in game 2. And now have a couple here in game number 3 for blocks for points, if you will.
Melina Puckett, one of 3 seniors on this team, to the front row as Addison Albers back to serve for the Rangers. Down by 1. Minster has to free ball it across. Chance for the Rangers. Albers go over to Egbert. Hit across by Inskeep. Bum set to Egbert. A little bit long. Touch.
Yeah, I saw that the net. I don't see it a lot, but caught my eye that time. Egbert will be rewarded with her 3rd kill of game 3. 9 on the night.
We are tied 16-16 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Albers with the serve. Pranger, ball horse from the right side, too long. Lead back to the Rangers.
5th attack error by the Cats here in game number 3.
Rangers feisty here in the last 2 sets especially. Trying to hang on to keep this, try to go to the 4th set. Egbert down the line, just wide.
Really good look at it, Dave. It didn't miss by much, and you kind of saw it just kind of slide over, and it was out by about a couple inches.
Just a couple boards, if you will, on the floor.
Planks?
Yeah, planks, whatever you want to call them. On the shiny floor here at Minster Elementary. It's where they play this in the, quote, new gym, which is now 20 years old here in Minster. As Wellmanshot is...
I still call New Knoxville's gym new gym. Yeah. That was built in 77.
Yeah.
87, 97, 07, 17. That's 40-plus years old.
I'm thinking right. It was 2000 and... Yeah, it was, I think, the fall of 2003 was when they moved in here.
So it'll be 20 years this basketball season?
Yep. 20 years that this facility has been open. It was just middle school first, not both. Is the right side hit there by Megan Fortman.
2 kills in game 3, 7 in the night for the junior Megan Fortman.
Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside. You're watching high school volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Coming out of the precision strip timeout, head coach Madison Lammers trying to stop this Minster run that now the Wildcats lead by 2.
Knoxville now out of timeout, so like you said, the message there has to hold as the Rangers have to finish it on the court.
Egbert's shot is blocked. It looks like Inskeep got the bulk of that one.
Heckman and Inskeep. That's a 2nd block of the set for the Wildcats. For a point, I should say, termination block.
Minster's trying to stop a 6-game winning streak, albeit against some tough losing streak, albeit against some really tough foes. That one sails long. their losing streak has been, they got to the finals of the Lehman Invite, lost to Frankfurt, Adina, who's always very good. Lost to Parkway here, very good team. Then 4 straight on the road at Salinas, St. Mary's, St. Henry, and Versailles. So quality losses, if you will, if there is such a thing.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on the schedule anymore, but those are some above-average teams that they lost as Heckman gets the kill.
Anytime you play the MAC, there's no easy game, that's for sure.
St. Mary's, I think, has been
St.
good.
Mary's is much better this year.
Salina's better, so
Salina's got a really good. I think Salina well over winning record, as does St. Mary's, which is, especially for St. Mary's, this is one of their better teams. There's a big hit by Allie Top.
Well, the Rangers get back to within 2. Again, not much points left, if you will. So they can't make many mistakes. They can't keep giving Minster 1 and them get 2. They need to get a string of consecutive serves here with Wellman serving.
Sails long. Knoxville's 2 wins have been earlier in the season against Houston and Botkins, trying to snap their own streak as well as Lindy Hemmelgarn comes in. Their team up 22-19 and up 2-0. They will call another lift. I think once we started mentioning how well the setters have done, and they've done well, it seems like they've called Albers on about 3. The referees call them very close, and it's the way you really need to call it, is very close on the hits, or once you start letting it too loose, it's hard to bring it back. Albers will set Egbert from the back row, dug by Macy Pranger. Dumped there by Elena Pranger.
Heads up play by the junior. Again, Minster in control now, and Pranger you almost have to feel it. Like, you got to envision it. You can't overuse it or else they're going to be ready. Did a nice job. Placed it down there for her first kill of the night.
Match point for the Wildcats. Hemmelgarn short serve all over on the Minster side. Pranger will bump set to Heckman, block back. Now on the Ranger side. All the way over to Lammers. Nice save by Pranger. Lammers. Dug by Barhorse. Battle at the net. Won by Allie Top.
Good net play there by both teams. And Top then able to get the kill for Top. That is now her 5th kill of the night.
24-20. Knoxville tries to stay alive. They need 4 more points. Dug by Macy Pranger. Elena Pranger chases it down. Heckman with the hit. Lammers, dug by Pranger. Pushed across. Albers, Top, off the blockers. Pranger.
Nice play by Egbert, keeping it alive.
Albers will have to push it over. Pranger, wrap around, Kayla Land for the win. The Minster Wildcats win in 3 straight sets on our First National Bank scoreboard, 25-16, 18-20. We'll take a short break. Stick around. We'll have our final numbers on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back here in Minster as the fans start filing out. We had a good MAC match here as Minster wins 25-16, 25-18, and 25-20 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Minster now goes to 6-8 on the season, now 1-4 in the MAC. The Rangers fall to 2-11 overall, 0-5 in the MAC. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco. Our additional sponsors, Burke Petroleum, Chiltex, Seish Rimmon Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securcom, and St. Henry Bank. I'd like to remind you, NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity volleyball action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Replay times are Monday, October 10th at 7 p.m. and also Saturday, October 15th at 12 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. The keys to the game was brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Starting lineups sponsored by Emerson Climate Technologies. Our scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank, Think First. Timeouts are brought to you by Precision Strip. We will be naming a NKTelco player of the game shortly. Our Minster Live View was Borchers Floor Center. Again, Minster wins in 3, 25-16, 25-18, 25-20 for their first MAC win. 1-4 now. They are now 6-8 overall. The Rangers are 2-11 overall. They're still looking for their first MAC win. So both teams are well past the halfway mark. They play 22 regular seasons. So with our final numbers, Mr. Jeff Hedgen.
Thank you, Dave. We'll look at the CAB report, which is the kills, the aces, and the blocks. In the match, Minster had 39 kills compared to 25 for New Knoxville, so a 14 advantage there by the Wildcats in the attacking. Aces, Minster had 9, New Knoxville had 5, so give that battle to the Wildcats by 4. And blocking, the Rangers actually had 1 more than the Wildcats, 5 stuff blocks compared to 4 for the Wildcats. And errors, New Knoxville committed 24, Minster just committed 19 in the 3 sets, so New Knoxville a handful of errors more than the Wildcats. There's your numbers. The big one, though, 39 kills for Minster, just 25 for New Knoxville. Leading the attacking for New Knoxville tonight, Brian Egbert had 9, 5 apiece from seniors Allie Top and Olivia Lammers, and 5 from Kiana Wellman to lead the Rangers in that category. Egbert again finishes with 9. For the Minster Wildcats, Lily Barhorse, 13 kills, and Kayla Lamb had 9 to lead them, 7 from Megan Fortman to lead them in the total of 39 that they had. So congratulations to the Wildcats and Coach Garman picking up that much-needed win. Tough break for Coach Lammers. Her Rangers suffer the setback, but we saw sparks. Yep. You know, they got down, they came back, they had leads. It just comes down to kind of playing consistent, good, positive volleyball more and more often versus in fragments.
Yeah, it was a good game overall. Both teams had their stretches that they looked good. Both teams had stretches they didn't look so good, but both teams fought through it. Especially the second and third sets were very good volleyball, but Minster prevails in 3. And one more order of business we have to tend to, our NKTelco player of the game tonight.
Well, you put the task on me as the deciding vote. I'm going to probably go with, I'm sure she's had it before, but I'll go with junior Lily Barhorse. She dominated the net tonight with 13 kills. Also had a service ace and had a block. Close runner-up, Kayla Lamb, who played well, even Fortman. But tonight, we'll go with junior Lily Barhorse, our NKTelco player of the game. Congratulations to her.
Congratulations to Lily. Congratulations to the Wildcats. So for my partner, Jeff Henson, I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching on NKTelco Sports.